Let me piece yourself back together now. What's your vision?
Smug David Hogg announces another boycott nobody wants. His classmates make him regret it. Just when you thought that David Hogg's time was over and we didn't have to see him or hear his voice any longer, it turns out that his sudden silence was actually no coincidence. This attention-obsessed teen had much bigger and far more obnoxious schemes once he turned 18, which just happened. The face of the gun debate just surfaced from his hiding hole to become relevant again with an announcement of another boycott he's got in the works, which nobody wants. Hogg was immediately put back in place by the people he thought would support his grand idea but made him regret it with what they did instead. John Porter reports for Louder with Crowder. I thought we were done with David Hogg. I was actually planning on sending Stormy Daniels a card and some nice flowers for knocking him off of the news. Or maybe those flowers should go to YouTube after a crazy person shot the place up. But anyway, he's back. Like herpes. Or leftists when they hear a gun go boom. Except you can live with herpes. Or so I've heard. Let's give Hoggzilla some credit. He must know everyone thinks he's a douchelord. Obviously, it's going to be Sean Hannity. Though, the last boycott of a Fox News celebrity was less than successful. Ace Hardware resumes advertising with Fox News and Laura Ingraham, and Laura Ingram's ratings shoot up despite leftist boycott. But it's going to be Hannity. This is obviously a desperate cry for 15 more minutes of attention because he was loving his time in the spotlight and power given to him from liberals, and is definitely not ready to let it go. He wants to be important, he thinks he's important, but truly, his time has expired and his parents failed to make him aware of that fact and let him down gently. However, the best part wasn't his desperate and humiliating cry for attention, it was his fellow classmates' response. Kyle Kashuv was the pro-gun kid from Parkland who created a phone app to promote safety in schools. He was proactive in actually doing something meaningful that would have a positive effect on the problem. He has also been Hogg's #1 nemesis next to the NRA. Kashuv saw Hogg's cry for relevancy on Twitter and responded for the rest of us. First, kudos to Kyle for the He-Man reference. There may be hope for these kids yet, Porter continued in his blunt piece for Crowder. But the big question: how to defeat Boycott Man? His weaknesses are red meat, going to the gym, and girls. He gains his strength from soy. It's like spinach for Popeye. Only spinach makes you strong. The best thing to do is starve Boycott Man of his main energy source, attention. Everyone loves a feel-good story when the underdog comes back to beat the popular kid down to the ground and take his girl, which is essentially what happened here. Hogg got kicked back to where he came from with the reality check that nobody cares anymore and it's time for him to take his ball and go home. Kashuv took America's attention, from Hogg by being the unapologetically cool conservative kid and not an overbearing whiny nitwit attacking professional news people, networks, and major associations for attention.